Hello children, today we will revise first chapter, periodic property and its trend, right? We all know our examination is going to start very soon. Examination will be totally based on multiple choice question, MCQ based. The examination will be MCQ based. 4 options will be given and you have to choose the appropriate option, right? So looking towards the examination, we will revise the chapters which is going to come in your examination. I mean chapter 1 and chapter 2, periodic properties and its trend, and second chapter is chemical bonding, right? So today we will revise periodic properties and its trend. Okay, many times we have discussed about periodic table in the previous class, as well as when we start periodic properties in 10th class. I told you all about periodic table, history of periodic table, what are the contribution of different scientists, whether it is alchemist, means early chemists, or Lavoisier's classification, Deberner's classification, Newland's classification, Mendeleev's classification of element, and finally Henry Moseley classification of the element, right? We all know Deberner's classified the element into the group of 3 elements that is known as triads. Okay, according to triads, the atomic mass of middle element is the arithmetic mean of other 2 elements present in the group of 3 elements known as triad. Deberner's classification was totally based on atomic mass, means elements were arranged in increasing order of atomic mass, right? Alchemist, we forgot about alchemist. If we talk about contribution of alchemist, alchemist classified the element on the basis of general properties. Alchemist classified the element on the basis of properties, physical chemical properties, right? Physical property, chemical properties, metallic properties, and non-metallic properties. Non-metallic properties. It was the base of classification of alchemist, early chemist, right? Early chemist classified the element on the basis of physical properties, chemical properties of the element, metallic and non-metallic. But these basis was not enough to classify the element. That's why it was discarded. Later on, when the concept of atomic mass came, then scientist Deberner was the first person who classified the element on the basis of atomic mass, on the basis of increasing order of atomic mass. So if we talk about Deberner's classification, how Deberner classified the element, so he classified the element on the basis of atomic mass. Atomic mass, right? Deberner classified the element into a group of 3 elements, and this group is called as triad. See, multiple choice question can be asked from here as well. Okay, triad concept was given by which scientist? 4 options will be given in front of you: Henry Moseley, Antoine Lavoisier, Deberner, Newland, and you have to choose the appropriate one. So what will be your answer? The straightforward answer will be Deberner. Deberner, right? Deberner classified the element on the basis of atomic mass into the group of 3 elements called as triad, right? Atomic mass of first and last element is known, okay? And here, suppose C is present, and the mass of C will be the arithmetic mean of A and B. A and B. Suppose, just to consider, if mass of A is 2 and mass of B is 3, what will be the arithmetic of these 2 values? 2 plus 3 divided by 2 is equal to 2.5. So mass of the C will be 2.5. Means the mass of middle element is arithmetic mean of first and last element present in the group of 3 elements. I hope you people understood about Doberzner's classification. After Doberzner, classification was given by scientist Newland, right? Let's see in brief what was the concept of Newland to classify the element. What was the concept of Newland to classify the element? So Newland classified the element into the series of 8 elements. Into the series of 8 elements. Series of 8 elements. Right? It was also based on atomic mass. Means elements were arranged in increasing order of atomic mass. Doberzner stated that in the series of 8 elements, the property of first element resembled to the property of earth element. Right? Or you can say the property of earth element is resembled to the property of first element. Right? And he also explained his classification on the basis of musical note. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. Okay? We all know musical note. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sha. Pa, da, ni, sha. Again sa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. You can say the 8th musical note is similar to the first note. Similarly, in the classification of element, the first element is having resemble property to the 8th element, or you can say the property of 8th element resembled the property of first element. Okay, this concept was given by scientist Newland. Okay, and total classification are known as Newland octave. Octa means 8. Means he classified the element into the series of 8 elements. Right? It was not enough. That's why discarded. Actually, this classification was not applicable beyond calcium. Okay? Sometime in examination it is asked that which classification of element was not applicable beyond calcium. So your answer will be Newland classification. Newland classification. If you talk about drawback of Doberzner, okay, Doberzner's classification was not applicable for all the elements. That's why it was discarded. Later on, Mendeleev classified the element. Mendeleev. See, Mendeleev was the first person who proposed the proper infrastructure for the periodic table. Right? He was the scientist. He was the first scientist. Okay? He was a Russian chemist. Russian chemist who first time proposed a proper structure of periodic table. So, who first proposed the proper structure of periodic table? Mendeleev. Mendeleev. He was a Russian chemist. Right now, he classified the element on the basis of increasing order of atomic mass. So, his classification was also around the atomic mass. Okay? And on the basis of his classification, he proposed a law known as Mendeleev's periodic law. So, according to Mendeleev's periodic law, physical and chemical properties of elements. Sometimes in examination it is asked, what is Mendeleev's law for the periodic classification? So, physical and chemical properties of element. Chemical properties of elements are periodic function of its atomic weight. Function of its atomic weight. Atomic. It means properties are dependent on atomic weight of the element. Right? I will not go in detail to understand this Mendeleev. Many times I told you all. Right? Now we will proceed toward the contribution of scientist Henry Moseley. One thing I would like to tell here. Henry Moseley classification was based on most appropriate fundamental property, that is atomic number. Atomic number. Henry Moseley classified the element on the basis of atomic number. Right? Actually, atomic number was most appropriate concept for the classification of element. That's why scientist Henry Moseley used it to classify the element into the group of 18 and period of 7. Okay, no? So in Moseley's periodic table, 7 periods and 18 groups are present. 7 periods and 18 groups are present. We all know group means vertical column. Vertical column present in periodic table. While period means horizontal row. Horizontal rows. So total 7 horizontal rows and 18 vertical columns are present in the periodic table. Right? Vertical column is known as group and horizontal rows are known as period. Right? I hope you people are understanding. Henry Moseley stated modern periodic law. Modern periodic law states that physical and chemical properties of the elements are periodic function of its atomic number. It means in modern periodic law, it has been stated that properties of the element will be dependent on its atomic number. Right? I hope you people are understanding. Right? Now, come at periodicity. What is periodicity? Periodicity. Right? What is periodicity? Periodicity means repetition of certain properties of the element at a regular interval of time. Certain properties repeats at a regular interval of time. Repeats at a regular interval of time. And this repetition of certain properties at a regular interval of time is called as periodicity. Okay? And this repetition of properties are called as periodicity, and whatever the properties are repeated, that are called as periodic properties. Periodic properties. Right? I hope you people understood what is periodicity. Periodicity means certain properties of the element repeats at a regular interval of time. Right? At a regular interval of time. This is called as periodicity. Whatever property is repeated at a regular interval of time is known as periodic properties. Okay? We will understand what are the periodic properties, okay, and their traits. So as per your syllabus, we have to cover the following periodic properties. Atomic size. We will understand what is atomic size. What is nuclear charge, we have to understand. We have to understand what is metallic and non-metallic character. Metallic and non-metallic character. Earlier I have already told you all. Here in speed I am telling you all because it is just reminder for you all. It is a revision. That's why I am going very fast. Metallic, non-metallic character. Ionization enthalpy or ionization potential. We will understand what is electron affinity. We have to understand what is electronegativity. Right? Following periodic properties along with their traits we will understand. Right? So briefly we will go towards following properties. What is atomic size? Many times I told you all. Atomic size means the distance between nucleus and outermost cell. Distance between nucleus and outermost cell of an atom is called as atomic size or atomic radius. But this explanation was not correct. Right? Because according to quantum mechanical model, there is no any sharp boundaries for an atom. There is no any sharp boundary. This boundary may be here. So how can you determine atomic radius? That's why scientists explained the concept of covalent radius. Covalent radius. What is covalent radius? It is half of the distance between the nucleus of two covalently bonded atoms in a molecule. Okay, so whatever the distance given here in between the nucleus of these two atoms in a covalently bonded molecule, it will be divided by 2. So R is equal to D by 2. This is called as covalent radius. Right? Covalent radius. Many other explanations are given related to atomic radius like ionic radius, van der Waals radius. In higher classes you people will understand about them. Now come at trends of atomic size. Trends of atomic size. Trend means variation. How variation takes place in the size of an atom when we move left to right and top to bottom in a periodic table. Right? Left to right, top to bottom, top to bottom. When we move left to right in periodic table, atomic size decreases. Atomic size R decreases. Why R decreases? Because R is dependent on nuclear charge. I will stop this particular concept for a few minutes to understand what is nuclear charge. What is nuclear charge? You people are already aware about it. Nuclear charge means number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. Number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom is known as nuclear charge. Suppose we have hydrogen atom. How many protons are present in the nucleus of hydrogen? 1. So nuclear charge 1. Fluorine, 9 protons are present. So nuclear charge 9. Right? Nuclear charge actually determined nuclear pull. How nucleus pull the opposite charges. We all know nucleus is positively charged. So it is very clear opposite charge will be negative. Okay, so negatively charged particle electron will be attracted to what? Nucleus. This is called as nuclear pull. So when nuclear charge increases, nuclear pull also increases. Now come at trend of atomic size. When we move left to right in the periodic table, the number of protons increases because atomic number increases. We all know now. Let us consider period number 2. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. And neon. You can see how nuclear charge is increasing. As I told you all, when we move left to right, atomic number increases. Atomic number Z is equal to P, we all know. Means number of protons is equivalent to the atomic number. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, atomic number is increasing means nuclear charge is increasing. Why nuclear charge is increasing? Because number of proton is increasing. So when nuclear charge will increase, it means nucleus will attract cell toward itself. Why it is so? Because in cell electrons are present and electrons are negatively charged. They are just opposite to the nucleus. Nucleus is positively charged and in cell electrons are present. So nucleus will pull cell toward itself. In this way size will constrict. In this way size will constrict. That's why atomic radius decreases when we move left to right in the periodic table. But when we talk about top to bottom in the periodic table. When we move top to bottom in the periodic table, atomic size increases. Atomic size increases. Why atomic size increases? Because it is affected by nuclear charge and number of cell. Number of cell. Right? But if we talk about effect of nuclear charge, it is dominated by this number of cell. Effect of nuclear charge will be dominated by number of cell. We all know when we move top to bottom in the periodic table, atomic number increases. Let us consider group number 1. Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. Atomic number 1, 3 plus 8, 11, 19 plus 18, 37 plus accordingly, right? So now you can see how atomic size is increasing. Why atomic size is increasing? Because number of protons are increases. Atomic number are increases. But here this number of proton, I mean nuclear charge, cannot affect because it will be dominated by number of cell. Okay, see how nuclear charge increasing and there is no effect of this nuclear charge. Okay, nucleus, cell, outermost cell, suppose it is, and in between this outermost cell, some other cells are also present. These cells will play the role of curtain here. They will play the role of curtain. You can see, you can imagine that they will play the role like a wall in between the outermost cell and the nucleus. Okay, so effect of this nuclear pull will be hindered by the number of cell present in between nucleus and outermost cell. Means they will somehow reduce the force of attraction generated by nucleus toward number of electron. Right? Okay, this is called as screening effect, shielding effect. Right? So this number of cell increases down the group. That's why atomic size increases. You cannot say that nuclear charge is increasing, so size should be small. Here, number of cell will dominate over nuclear charge. How? Number of cell in between will play the role of curtain. They will reduce the nuclear pull. Why? Because they act as a curtain. They act as a wall. Suppose we have one magnet and iron nail I have kept here. One iron nail and this pen is acting as a magnet. In between this nail and pen I have kept a curtain, wall you can see. Now when you will attract this nail with the help of this magnet, the effect will be reduced because it is playing the role of barrier in between nail and magnet. Similarly, in between the nucleus and outermost shell, inner cell play the role of curtain, wall. They reduces the effect of nuclear pull. So there will be no effect of nuclear charge while we are moving top to bottom in a group because number of cell is increasing and these number of cell will play the role of curtain. This is called as screening and shield effect that you will understand in higher classes in detail. Right? So when we move top to bottom in a group, nuclear charge increases along with increasing the number of cell. Number of cell will dominate over the nuclear charge. That's why atomic size will increase down the group. Or you can say top to bottom. I hope you understood the concept of atomic size. How it increases or decreases top to bottom and left to right in the periodic table. That's all for today. In next video, we will discuss about the remaining property, how they vary in the periodic table. We will try to finish the revision within this week so that you can be ready for the examination. Moreover, I have also provided you many practice set. I hope you people are solving that practice set. Many practice set I have provided you all. Okay, that is based on MCQ, multiple choice question. I hope work whatever I am giving you people are doing. Okay, so within this week we will try to finish the revision of first and second chapter, but speed will be little bit fast. I hope that you people are understanding, because earlier we have discussed this thing in detail. Thank you.